Okay. It's been forever. I feel like we always do this.
I know. We got to keep the hype up, you know?
Yeah. Well, the reason we do this sometimes is because now we record videos or we record these podcasts in like batches, right?
Yeah.
So we do it all in one day and then we just kind of ship it out. But we forget that it runs out eventually.
Yeah, so the problem is sometimes we have like scheduling conflicts and, you know, the weather is one of our biggest enemies recently.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a big obstacle. Lately, we just last week we had what's it called? The typhoon, the mega typhoon.
There's been a bunch. I forgot already.
What was the typhoon's name?
What was the most recent one?
Ompong.
Is that still here or has it left?
I heard it went to Hong Kong.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
it's just on vacation.
Yeah.
Going through all the places.
3-hour flight.
Damn.
Didn't you see this one clip of Ompong going through? I wonder if it's named differently in each country.
I think it might be.
Oh yeah. So I saw a clip of when it was in Hong Kong, and like this kid like flew into this
way
this wall.
Wow.
And then his father was like, no, he ran, and then he flew into the wall too, and he held his son.
Oh man.
It was like
that is some crazy ass weather.
Yeah. Okay, so this episode we're actually gonna try something a little bit different. Normally when we record these episodes, I kind of like we put out stuff that we want to talk about and we hit these notes, but this time I just wanted to do it unplanned. Kyle's been in his man cave for a while because he's been sucked into the world of K-pop.
Hit you with that
Well, yeah, guilty.
Mm-hmm. He's not lost, guys. He's found himself.
I'm still here.
Yeah. Since he's been away for a while and we haven't gotten to talk about it, I want to talk about upcoming like superhero stuff that's been showed, especially at Comic-Con. I forget when Comic-Con was, like June-ish maybe.
Yeah, fairly recent.
Yeah. So, have you seen the Aquaman trailer? Because I feel like that's the movie I'm most excited for.
I have, and I think I feel the same way too. Because, I mean, I don't want to say I'm biased.
Yeah.
To Marvel, it's just DC hasn't really been putting out any movies that I've been excited for.
Yeah, exactly.
But the trailer for Aquaman, this looks really, it's something else.
Yeah. With DC, it's like the hype comes with their team up movies. Like Batman vs Superman, there was a big hype for, and of course Justice League because it was the first time they were showing everybody. But when it came to the actual film, the hype died down, and then it's kind of like the opposite effect, where Wonder Woman wasn't really super excited, that everyone was super excited to see.
Right.
But when they saw it, they were like, "Wow, it was pretty damn good."
It was received really well by both critics and fans alike.
I just hope Aquaman is not, the opposite, where we're hyped for this and then it's just gonna fall flat. It looks really great. Like I don't want to compare it to Marvel, but it does have Thor vibes with,
Little bit. Not just the beard.
No. With, Aquaman fighting for his kingdom against his brother. Yeah, and stuff
I think
like
it's
that.
cool because I think Aquaman has the most leeway because his character hasn't really been explored.
No, and they have this version of Aquaman it's kind of like the first time they're doing it ever because Arthur Curry is, usually like the man who talks to fish. Very corny.
People don't usually take Aquaman seriously, but
no.
Jason Momoa makes him look like a badass.
Yeah, what is he? Is he Samoan or?
I think so.
You think there's some Samoan blood in there? He
yeah.
Looks,
or just one of them Polynesians. I think
right.
One time he said people asked him in an interview if he was afraid of the water, and he was like, "Bruh, I'm Hawaiian."
Yeah.
He might be Hawaiian. I don't know.
I think he is, definitely, for sure. So one of the villains of Aquaman is the Ocean Master.
Of course. Who else would it be? I mean, everybody knows Ocean Master.
I think DC's doing it again, where they're pulling some obscure villain. Like in Justice League, the villain was Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Instead of Darkseid, it's Darkseid's like first guardman or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're doing it again by just plucking someone out from Aquaman, the Ocean Master, which of course apparently is his brother.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I don't know anything about the Aquaman comics, but I feel like if he is his brother, he's probably the first villain that he fought and killed him, and then never, never showed him again.
That's some dark family history there.
Probably. The other villain of this movie is Black Manta.
I've heard of that name before.
Yeah. He showed up in Injustice 2, which is the fighting game.
He reminds me of. I've seen him. He reminds me of that SpongeBob character.
Oh, Man Ray.
Yes.
So this is how he looks like in the Aquaman.
Oh wow, he does not. He looks like an insect.
So far, they haven't really released any official images, but this is how he was in the trailer.
Nice.
So I don't know if you know anything about Black Manta. I certainly don't. All I know is that apparently Aquaman, because of Atlantis somehow, his father died, and his mission in life is to kill Aquaman because of it.
Oh, so he's like, I will avenge my father.
My father, and his signature thing is his whack ass helmet.
I can see that.
Yeah, which apparently has mega heat vision or something.
Wow.
I mean,
but what? He can breathe underwater and stuff.
I think because of the suit. He's just a normal dude with a mega, technology and stuff.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with Aquaman. All his villains have to be
Underwater.
Aquatic or semi-aquatic somehow.
Semi-aquatic, 8-legged mammal of action. Shit. In Injustice 2, he was really cool. Here, let me bring up his his little gameplay.
It's gonna be my first time seeing this.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Introducing Black Manta. He looks like a bug.
Yes.
Is off limits. So was my father.
So he's like Darth Vader,
Allow me to welcome you properly.
but a manta.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, the thing is with Injustice 2, they make anybody look badass. But I would describe Black Manta as a mix of an Aqua Iron Man, somewhat.
I can see that. Yeah, he's flying around and stuff.
He's got a mecha suit.
Ready to yield your family.
Wow. Ooh. Calling you out.
Yeah. Because I don't know what is with me. I don't even have the Injustice 2 game, but I've been keeping up with it so much. So I knew about it when he first came out. I was like, Black Manta looks pretty badass. So let me pull up when he appears in the trailer, because he was in the trailer. Not a lot of people noticed, but I noticed.
Okay, let's see.
There he is.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah. He does a thing, he uses his beams in the trailer. There he is.
Oh, look at that. He's on land.
Yeah.
He's a formidable opponent.
But yeah, just watching the trailer, I get hyped. I want to see that underwater war.
Look at all these creatures.
They're super cool. Mira, the redheaded lady, is very hot.
Yes.
What's her actress name?
Is this Amber Heard?
Have you heard?
I have heard
Of Amber Heard?
It might be. I'm not sure.
What else? What other things was she in? Do you know?
There was a movie I saw her in. I forgot what it was. It was probably it wasn't really a horror movie.
Oh.
I don't even remember.
Horror.
Horror.
Out of 5, how excited are you to see Aquaman?
Let's play it safe. I'm hyped, but I don't want to paint myself in a corner and assume things right away. So I'm gonna put myself maybe at a 3.5.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm excited. I would say 4.
Ooh, 4?
Yeah.
That's good. I think
feel
that's safe.
If DC is doing it right, they're gonna make Aquaman super great. I mean, they did it with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was great. So Aquaman, just based off the trailer, looks like it's gonna be monumental.
Definitely.
Black Manta looks really cool. I don't know anything about Ocean Master, so I can't really.
We'll find out in the movie.
Exactly. Have you heard about DC actually recently?
Ooh, what's going on?
I read an article the other day that Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck pulled out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sad.
I don't know. At this point, I really don't imagine. Well, it's for Superman. I can't imagine anyone else playing him.
Exactly.
Because he fits so well. But Batman, I don't know. I'm open.
Those are my sentiments exactly, actually. I saw Mission Impossible where Henry Cavill was in there, and I was like, it's Superman. Tom Cruise is fighting Superman. Can't see him as not Superman. I didn't know he was British. Did you know that?
I think, yeah, I saw some of his interviews.
Yeah, it was. It surprised me, but
he's a great actor because you see people don't even know that because he could hide his accent so well.
Exactly. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe the article I read here. Let me bring it up. Let me just search it up real quick so we're not.
Just a heads up, guys. We don't usually research ahead of time.
Nope.
We only go by what we know, because we're not the experts.
No, definitely not. So here we go. Henry Cavill won't be playing Superman again in the DC movies. Henry Cavill won't be playing Superman in the current DC, according to reports. A source told Hollywood Reporter that the British actor, see I told you he was British, is parting ways with Warner Bros. After playing Clark Kent for 3 movies. Blah, blah, blah. The sequel, Batman vs. Superman, was where it all started to go wrong.
Oh man, this is just this is the black sheep of the entire franchise.
I would even say the whole superhero genre. It's just maybe right next to Green Lantern.
We don't talk about that one.
No. Though far from a box office bomb, it wasn't the Avengers-sized hit that they wanted. Blah, 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 blah. Superman's like James Bond, and after a certain run, you have to look at new actors. So it seems like Henry Cavill won't be playing Superman anymore, and I think I heard Ben Affleck doing the same thing. How do you feel about that? I feel like even though we're much bigger Marvel fans aside from in the movie franchises, I feel kind of bad that that these 2 big actors would pull out of the DCU because I feel like they need them.
Because it's like I'm all for continuity, and I don't know how many actors have already played these characters.
Yeah.
But those are from different movie universes, I guess, and they decided to do like a reboot of the entire DCEU, and now the actors who were part of that are leaving. So what are they gonna do? Are they gonna keep with the storyline, or are they just gonna, I don't know, start a new one entirely? Because that's not Superman. Oh, that's a different Batman.
I know, imagine if the Avengers wouldn't have been as great as it was if they replaced the cast.
Exactly.
I mean, they did it with Hulk, but the thing is, they kind of got away with that because, what was it? James Norton? Edward Norton. Edward Norton pulled out, and then they had to get a different guy, Mark Ruffalo, and that did okay. Not a lot of people were upset about that as much, but that's because the Hulk didn't do so great. So imagine if they replace what's his name?
Like one of the bigger characters, like Iron Man,
the guy who plays Robert Downey Jr.
That's
Imagine if
the
they
man.
replaced him for Avengers.
Whoa.
It wouldn't feel as good as a crossover movie because that's not the Iron Man I wanted to see.
Because it reminds me of actually the Fast and Furious franchise when Paul Walker passed away. Rest in peace. They had to do like a CGI version of him.
They did, yeah.
And also in Star Wars,
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher, they had to do a CGI version of Princess Leia.
Yeah.
So if that were to happen, I think this is on that level. If Robert Downey Jr. pulled out, they wouldn't get a new actor. They would have to CGI him into the movie.
Yeah.
Now, that's because Iron Man has this huge legacy, but Batman and Superman with these current actors, I don't know if they've amassed a big enough following for that.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like for it to work, it had to be the same actors. Otherwise, it's like you watch those other movies for completely no reason. But there's more DC stuff coming out. Shazam was also shown in Comic-Con. Have you seen the trailer for that?
I think I did. I didn't watch this one as intently as I did with Aquaman, but it still looks pretty good.
I would say I would even rank Shazam, who was previously known as Captain Marvel. Did you know
Yes! They had to change the name.
Because Marvel was like, he's not our captain. We have our own Captain
We have our
Marvel,
own Captain Marvel.
and she's hotter than yours. I would say I know even less about Shazam than even below Aquaman. Because he's not in Injustice 2.
and at least we also saw, for those of us who watched the Justice League cartoon, Aquaman was in that one.
He was, yeah.
So, but Shazam wasn't. So people don't really know who Shazam is.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he might have appeared, but he wasn't part of the main cast.
No. I think he showed up in like, what was it called? Justice League
Unlimited as like a side guy.
Yeah. You know, maybe a couple episodes were dedicated to him. All I know is that I think his name is Billy Batson.
Yes.
And he found some kind of magical thing.
As one does.
Yeah, and then now every time he shouts Shazam, if he gets hit by that lightning bolt, he turns into this Superman-esque kind of
Because, of
hero.
course.
I mean, I'm not making this up, but that's how it goes. I saw the trailer, and I wasn't really excited when I first saw it, but I do give credit for movies that try to do something different. And this one seems like, I mean, the main character is like, it's a kid, so it seems like it's going to be more geared towards comedy, family-friendly kind of stuff. And I think that kind of difference in genres makes it more interesting for when they do the team-up movies.
Right. And then who's the actor that plays Shazam in this one? Snyder? Is that him? Is that his name? No, that's the director.
That's the director.
Zac Efron?
Zachary Levi. Sorry.
Oh, didn't you mention before that he was a character? He played a character in Marvel as well.
He's one of the few characters that appeared in both universes, or will appear in both universes. Zachary Levi, he replaced one of the Warriors 3 in the Thor movies. I forget his name because everyone doesn't.
He's the sword guy.
Yeah,
with the fancy mustache.
Yes.
Nice.
So apparently the original actor of that guy in Thor 1 pulled out in Thor 2.
Wow, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, no one noticed because no one pays attention. So Zachary Levi played him in Dark World and in Ragnarok. Apparently he was in Ragnarok too, and no one really noticed. So Zachary Levi is one of the few names who appeared in both universes, and now he's Shazam.
Shazam!
How do you think this movie will pan out?
It's hard to say, but I can already tell it's more lighthearted by DC standards. And I think the vibe that I'm getting is similar to Guardians of the Galaxy because this is a character that's not as well known.
Yeah.
So I'm open-minded.
I think this movie itself might be like a big middle finger to all the fans who said DC is too dark. And it's gonna be like, well, you know what? You're gonna get a family-friendly G-rated movie.
It's a family-friendly. Fuck you. Shazam it's just, I don't know, the concept is so wacky.
Yeah, so zany. Which is why I feel like it's a good thing that they went this route with the movie, because if they tried to make it super dark and gritty,
right,
it wouldn't
It would just be another DC movie.
Yeah. And like, can you imagine some angsty teenager? Shazam!
Oh, I have the power.
What kind of power does a person like me have now? Like, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't want to see that anymore. Between the epicness of Aquaman and like the different route that they're taking with Shazam, DC seems like they're gonna be okay.
They're switching things up.
Yeah. I read some stuff online, you know, the very reliable internet.
Of course. Everything's true on the internet, guys.
Exactly.
Believe it 100%.
Mm-hmm. They're also making a Green Lantern movie.
Where
there's going to be two protagonists. It's going to be both Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, which is...
Oh, I love Jon Stewart in the cartoon.
The cartoon, yeah. So, for those who don't know, he's the black one.
Yep.
He's the black Green Lantern that they shoot into Justice League for representation.
I guess you could say that. It's just, or he could just have been the Green Lantern at the time.
Maybe.
Earth's protector.
So yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting because they tried to do a Green Lantern movie before. I heard that was supposed to be part of the DCEU, and that didn't really pan out. If you ask Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds has been known to be very. He voices out his opinions about the movie quite a lot, and you even see it in his movies.
Yeah, so I'm excited because first of all, it's gonna be Jon Stewart's first time being revealed.
Yes.
In a live action film. You said to me in private chat that now that what's his name? Idris Elba
Oh yeah.
is done with Heimdall. He
Because
should
of
be- yeah.
watch Infinity War.
Yeah.
You'll find out.
He retired. He now that Idris Elba is done with Heimdall, they should get him to play Jon Stewart in Green Lantern. How old is he? Like 40?
I guess, but he's a fit dude. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't look.
I mean, I don't think you'd have to do too much stuff as Green Lantern.
You just you think it, and then you just
yeah.
move your hands with the ring power.
Yeah, and as an actor, they're just gonna CGI you and stuff. So
Exactly.
You're
You're wearing the suit.
You're just gonna float around and just like put your fist out there with the ring. Green Lantern's light.
I hope he'll be open to do another superhero movie because I hear it wasn't exactly that he didn't want to portray Heimdall, but he mentioned before that he did a movie where I think he played Nelson Mandela,
Oh,
and then it wasn't really in a negative context. He just said that, okay, well, one day I'm shooting Nelson Mandela, and the next I'm suspended in this costume as an Asgardian. What's the big deal with that? But I say to you, Idris Elba, you did a pretty good run in Marvel. So
yeah. I think because like a character like Heimdall, who I did not know at all before Marvel, I think he got a pretty good following. You know, some people were like, "No, Heimdall."
exactly,
You were those people. You were one of those.
I was
people.
one of them's fans.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about DC, the upcoming DC stuff. So now I'm gonna shift gears and talk about the upcoming Marvel stuff.
Ooh.
And well, it's not Marvel Studios, mind you. It's,
Oh man,
of
oh
course,
boy. First time I think that I'm actually more hyped for a DC movie
Ooh,
than a Marvel movie.
ouch.
Oh, can I say that?
I guess so.
I just did.
Yep. So the movie we're talking about, of course, is Venom.
Yes.
I think a lot of people are going to watch this only for the sheer fact of, or the sheer tease that they said, well, Tom Holland's going to show up. Maybe. I really don't think so.
We don't know. We don't know.
I don't know. I love Venom as a character. I think he's a great villain for Spider-Man. I don't think he could be a movie. Ooh, that's different. I didn't see that clip before.
That's interesting. Whoa, look at
Whoa.
that tongue action.
I don't know what to think of Venom by itself. Tom Hardy, I wish was going to be the next Wolverine instead of this.
Oh yes, he would be so perfect for that role. He's such an amazing actor, and literally he is the only reason why I'm even giving this movie a chance.
Yeah, man. Because this is Sony's first attempt at a superhero movie, I believe. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. Because I heard they're gonna try to do like a symbiote universe.
Right.
I'm like, why?
I think it's because of the lack of characters. Well, this is focused on Venom, and you're not even gonna have Spider-Man in the movie.
Yeah. And we're watching the trailer right now, and we don't see any other character we recognize. Or maybe not even any other character from the comics, because I'm pretty sure they did Venom's origin completely differently.
It seems like it. Who is the host here? Is this Eddie Brock?
This is Eddie Brock.
Okay.
And
That's so weird.
yeah.
Because initially, okay, let me ramble on for just a
Okay.
little bit.
All right.
Origin of Venom. As far as I know, the very first host was Peter Parker.
Yes.
Spider-Man. That's why he took the appearance.
That's why he looks like Spider-Man.
Exactly. So how are you gonna have Eddie Brock as the first host? And the reason why Venom is so strong is because he got Spider-Man's abilities.
Yeah.
But it clearly, well, as we can see from the trailer, he is the first host. So how is he gonna amplify the powers of an ordinary guy? That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, exactly. We have no idea. And and we see the science, like little science facility. I think they said they say it right here. Hang on. The light foundation or light foundation
Is
that
that
even?
I don't know.
Do I have to be like one of those nerds and be like, is that even in the comics or whatever?
Well, you see how many times this has been retconned.
Oh man.
They're not doing Venom justice.
If it's a movie exclusive thing, I guess they're just trying to make it so that the origin makes sense in a way. I think that's also why they introduced the symbiotes, because Why not?
How do you think Venom looks? Wise.
You know what? I like the way Venom looks.
He's not too bad.
It's pretty. It's too almost too fake. Can I say that? No.
Guess. If I saw this image, I'm gonna flash it on the screen for you viewers, and instead of this random man, it was Tom Holland.
Whoa.
I would be
Whoa,
hyped.
whoa,
I would be
whoa.
like, holy shit, it's Venom versus Spider-Man.
Exactly.
But since it's just Venom alone, you know, you wouldn't eat gravy alone. Well, I don't know about you guys at home.
We're not gonna judge you.
We don't judge you, but like we're just saying, gravy would be a lot better with something else, like mashed potatoes
Or like chicken.
or chicken.
Spider-Man is chicken. He is the president of chicken country. That's what he
And
represents.
Venom is the gravy. He's
He's the sauce.
Venom is the gravy because get it? He originally went around Spider-Man.
Yup.
And Spider-Man's the chicken
That's exactly.
in our little metaphor.
So hear that, Venom? You're just gravy. Yet Gravy managed to get a solo movie.
I know.
Props to Gravy.
Right. I hope when it does come out, and it does, one of those trailers for TV that says critically acclaimed or whatever, and it flashes like quotes.
No way.
I hope it says Venom is like gravy, the OddKast.
Yes. Shout out.
Oh my god. Alright, you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations! Hey, if you like this video or this podcast, maybe we have some other content that you want to check out too. We also have a Facebook, Twitter, and we're also on Anchor. So why don't you check out any of that stuff? And if you want to send us any feedback of what we said, then we'll probably reply to what you said. And then maybe you'll be like, whoa, they actually replied to what I said. Okay? Okay.